Well, we're back after a successful day of test and tune. Let's see if we can find that tank. This is a 6. What happened to the 8? Right here. All right, I'll be able to tell you. I found the tank so that I can show you what was going on. Man, I've been having all kind of trouble, but I think I've just about got her figured out. So I think we're going to be flying this one at the Nats. Flies good, motor runs bad, or did run bad. We'll get it fixed. So everybody knows that most know that I switched from the Casminato tank to a clunk tank like this. Well, yes, last night I took the tank out of it and I pressure tested in the sink and there was no bubbles, no leaks. No big deal. Today I had got it out. I mean, it flew, but the engine just didn't run perfect. Didn't run right. It turned it upside down, and sometimes it'd go rich, sometimes it'd go lean, and there was fuel dripping from the bottom from the cow. So I changed all the hoses out of the field. I'll explain that too. Today was a good day. I did not have any flying buddies today. I went out by myself with my stooge. So it was flight after flight after flight to figure out what's going wrong with this stupid thing. So anyway, it was leaking. So I brought it back. And I haven't flown it since I put a new tank in it. This tank here, the bunghole is deformed. And if you pressure tested it, it didn't leak. But today, while I was looking, it still had some fuel left in it. I pressure tested and bent it, and the fuel ran out. So I'm guaranteed, I just about can guarantee that that is going to be fixed. So I'll be happy with that. I also made faux banner wheels for it today. And what are faux banner wheels? Well, let's see. I don't have, I threw them rims out. Let me see if they're handy real quick. And no, of course not. They went down the bottom of the trash can. I guess I'll just have to explain it. Anybody of my age or older knows about banner wheels. Banner wheels were the coolest, but man, were they heavy. So I took a set of banner wheels. Let me get a set of banner wheels here. I took a set of these banner wheels. These are NOS, new old stock. And this rubber is real stout. These are heavy. These are probably 2 ounces for this thing here. And I went to Schaefer's and I bought a set of Dubro 2.5-inch light flight wheels. Well, I took a razor blade and I sawed that tire off and then peeled it back, and it revealed the rim that approximated the Dubro wheel. Now these screw on, and you don't have any wheel collars showing, because those wheel collars look like crap. And it's a weight penalty of 2 grams a piece. So this tire here and wheel is 2 grams lighter than those. Now these look nice, but if you fly on pavement, they scuff and wear out real quick. These wear out too, but nowhere near the speed of these. So I put them on there. And I'm trying to represent a classic airplane with a modern look or with modern equipment. So we got the I call them faux banner wheels, and it's a 4-gram weight penalty, and they look cool. I wish I would have polished them before I put them on. I'm not taking them off again to polish them. They go on and off with a wrench. Let me show you that. Got the wrench right here. Let's see. Right here. Come on out of there. Let's put this down. You take this little wrench and you slide it in here like that, and you hold the collar and you roll it forward. Is it forward or backwards? Yeah, backwards. There's a right and a left-hand side one to keep it from coming off. Here, we'll just do this. For you guys who've ever used banners. So you notch the wire right there and you solder on a brass piece of tubing, and then these go on here like so. And like I say, it's a weight penalty of 2 grams. 2 grams difference. So come on now. So the tire turns this way when it lands, so it's always tightening up, right and left hand thread. So you don't have to use any Loctite because it'll tighten itself up. Come on, get on there. Pretty slick. Pretty slick setup. Those were from the 60s. If you got a classic model, that's the cool way to do it. These are the same size, same height, approximately 2.5, but twice the width, so they don't wear out as quick. It's a little taller. Of course, I don't know, maybe not one of the weights on it. So that's something I did today. That, we're working on the bone out. Still working on paint. And I'll be working on paint for the next 2 weeks. I know you guys are not really interested in the paint work, but I can come and in order to get a model to shine like I get them to shine, you got to do this, and it's all elbow grease. If you want a light model, I did find I got death paint. I can put a coat of urethane on this puppy, but it's 62 ounces now, this airplane, with the wheels and the big prop. This is a 14.5 Bali, a 14.48 Bali, 15.48 Bali two blade. This prop is extremely heavy. These wheels are 2 grams heavy, but you know what? It's trimmed out. I've taken the tail weight off of it because it needed that nose weight, so it'll be fine. That's 62. I wish it was lighter, but I just was talking to John, and he asked me, "So you going to be happy with a 62-ounce airplane?" Well, what can I do? It's very hard to make a sub 60-ounce big airplane. Very hard. I don't have that 2-pound wood like Billy and Bob Hunt have, and that's what it takes. Because I'll guarantee they're not putting any less paint on an airplane than I am. I don't know how you can do it less paint and get it, and have a paint job. 1 quart of dope. But this, it's starting to shine back up. It's just now this repaint job for the canopy, because I cut the canopy off and did the nose and all that, is only a few days old. And I'll keep rubbing it every day until the gnats, and it should be up to snuff by the time the gnats comes around. But because it's fresh, it'll look good for appearance. Because it's fresh, within a week, it'll be flat again until it gets rock hard, and then I can polish and bring up the shine. But all I can do is what I can do. Today was really a really good day because I figured out how to fly this by myself. To burp it, I have a rack that I use in my car to set the airplanes on, and it's a 4-post rack. It's not just 2 sticks sticking out. It's like sitting it on the table. And to burp it, I turn it over on that. And we have RC benches where they run airplanes on, and I just set that on the bench sideways. And then I turn this upside down, a few drops in the Venturi, hold on to it. This is the scariest part of the whole thing. And then whip it to burp it, and that's fine. You just got to hang on to it. And then after that, I have one of those Tom Morris steel plate Stooges. They weigh about 20 pounds, or I'm not sure how much that piece of steel weighs, but this airplane ain't going to pull it around. And I put it out with a piece of chalk box line stuff. I got yellow, and tie onto that. On the back, I have a line clip on the tail wheel. Hook that up, and then to start it, it's pull it through 3 times till you feel a bump, and then whoop, 1 whop, and she'll go. So I had 3 quick engine run flights, 4 ounces apiece, to see, I'm trying to get the lap speed down. First one was, I think, 5 seconds, and then I went too far, and it was 5.5, and then I got it, the RPM right, got it about 5.2. However, when I turned it upside down, it started acting goofy because of that stupid leak in that tank. So I'm really satisfied. If you look at this thing, if you look at it, you can see it's egg-shaped. It's not concentrically round. And right there, there's a big lump right out there. And any little tweak, it just started leaking. So that'll help. Let's see. Good morning. but your stabilizer flat. What do you mean by that? I sound like a smart ass. Is your stabilizer flat? Yes. It's a flat plate stabilizer, 1/2 inch thick. Rounded leading edge. If you mean, is it parallel with the wing? Yes. The airplane flies surprisingly well, really well, for not doing any, trimming. I haven't moved the lines yet or anything like that. It'll do the pattern. I already did a couple patterns with it. No problem. The motor run has been my biggest hassle here. And I got the Aegis that I think has a very similar problem to them. I don't know that I got a bad run of tanks or whatever. Because I bought these Sullivan tanks off Amazon all at the same time. These are the RST8s. It's a soft tank. The hard tanks, you can't get in there because you got to squish it down. But I think this is going to fix it. I'd bet on it. And I had figured out that I needed to rotate the Uniflow down or up, in this case. Down when it's upside down or up when it's on its wheels. So that when it goes inverted, that it picks up speed instead of loses speed. So I got that straightened out. And that did work. It's just that leaking tank that, we had a problem with. I had a problem with. You can't leak fuel. I turn it upside down and you get fuel running all over the nose. And it's a good thing I'm not using 10% yet because it should have burned the nose off. However, this muffler still is separating from the header. Even though I JB welded it, it's got a crack back. So what I think I'm going to do for that particular issue, good evening, Steve. What I'm going to do for that particular issue is use red RTV, high temp silicone. That silicone should offer the sealing, apologies for what? If you're looking at it and it looks like it's warped or whatever, it's only because of perspective. I don't know how to angle the camera so it. And see, it looks twisted that way. You move it around this side, it looks twisted the other way. You can't really see it. Hey, Gary. Yeah, it's parallel. I mean, that's the last thing that we put in an airplane is a stabilizer so that you can make sure that it's parallel. And I've been working on the paint. I've been, 1,500, 3,000. I didn't get any 5,000 today. We'll get it figured out. A little spot right here needs done. Spot. Where's my Windex? I just had the shit. Oh, it's right here. So them hybrid wheels, if you can find them, gonna run you about $25 for a pair of them because it's $7 for the tires, and you throw out the plastic hub. And then the banner wheels, if you can find them, are anywhere between $15 and $25 because it's unobtainium. But I like all that old stuff, you know. It reminds me of being a kid. And you weren't cool unless you had banner wheels. Yeah, I got it. Had to be the coolest with banner wheels. I wonder if any of them kids are still flying it. I used to fly. I haven't seen any of them guys in 55 years. Shit, most of them are probably dead. My Canadian building buddy, Rob Gow, Danny Napolitano, Ken Pasco. Haven't seen them guys in forever. And then I was just thinking about my dad, today and this airplane because he saw an airplane similar that I built to this in 2007. And he said, you got to keep building these stupid things. Okay, well, I figure I got to because his flash. He said, don't quit building. I said, okay, I won't. So should have seen my dad's speed planes. They were, the belly pan was made of pine, and the wings are made of basswood. They were finished in black lacquer, hand rubbed black lacquer, looked just like a piano. You can get a real nice finish on hardwood. But shit, them airplanes carried coils and batteries and all kind of BS. They were heavy. Okay, let's hit it with this. I don't want to rub too much by hand. Got to shine her up for the front row. Hopefully we can make it. I just about got all the spots out of it that were the imperfections. The biggest drawback was the canopy. I knew that was going to hurt me. I just didn't know how much. That canopy was toast on that other one. Yeah. All the guys that I rode motorcycles with are dead. Big Mike, Tommy, No Show, all gone. From what my brother tells me, even the girls I dated are dead. Hard life. Well, I got that spot. I don't want somebody to go, hey, what are you going to do about that? Like Jim Lynch used to do to me. Hey, what are you going to do about that? Nothing. We're going to try to hit all the buggers before, got a week, 2 weeks to do it. So I'll be flying and fixing paint for the next 2 weeks. It's pretty damn close right now, though. I mean, I'll have to start working on the bottom here. I got some squares on the bottom to do. Like I say, it's 62 ounces now. We're not going to pull up the weight anymore, so it ain't getting a whole lot of paint on it. You know, you think 62, that's a good weight. No, it's not. I'd rather have it was 52. However, 62 is 100 times better than 72, which most of these big airplanes are 70 ounces. When you see them real pretty airplanes sitting on the line at the Nats, they're 70. You let John know that I want 4 sets of tires. Send him a PM, but not sure he got it. Tom Luciano. Yeah, I'm cleaning my plane up too. Okay, great. Okay, let me, just so you know that we're going to do this. You going to be at the Nats? Pick up the phone.
Hello.
I'm supposed to let you know that Tom Luciano wants 4 sets of tires at the Nats.
Well, I'm bringing the big box up, so.
Okay, so anybody that wants tires, how many?
You're not going to be there. Get somebody to get them for you.
Yeah.
Or whatever, because I don't want to do 50,000 shipments of these things. So.
Right. No shipping. We're gonna if you want them, you got to get somebody to pick them up for you. How many sets you got? 100 and something?
Well, about 90.
90 sets. So if you want them, you got 90 chances. Get them while you can.
But I want to save some of them for myself because I got these wheels. Now I got to know. I don't have that many of the large tires.
The 2.5s.
The 2.5s. I got more of the 2.25s than I do the 2.5s. I only got probably about 45 sets of the 2.5s.
Oh, so you made some more, huh?
Yeah, I made some more, but I don't have any more material. I'm completely out of material. So
I ain't gonna buy no more.
I didn't want to because it's really expensive stuff, and I gotta drive, an hour drive to go get it and come back home. It's an hour one way.
Well, now you need to see if we can find stuff that's 3/4 of an inch thick.
3/8 of an inch thick.
No, 3/4. See if we can find them 3/4 thick.
I can get 3/4, but it's the cost. The cost goes up even more.
I don't doubt it.
I mean, those things right there, I had to get 1/2 inch, and I only needed 3/8 of an inch thick. And so I had to cut them down on thickness. Every time I made a set of tires, I had to turn them down thinner to fit the 3/8 inch rims. So,
all right, you're online. Everybody, I'm letting everybody know all the tires will be at the Nats. They're $10 a set. Get them while you can. When they're gone, they're gone.
Pretty much. Now, if they're gone and then all of a sudden there's still a big splurge of it, I may go out and buy some more and make some more, but I'm going to have notice because I'm not going to sit here on a bunch of material and 100 sets of tires,
Right.
Get rid of. So, like I said, I got about 50 sets of 2.5 inchers and not quite 100 sets of 2.25 inchers.
All right. All right, I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
Talk to you later. Bye. 100 sets of 2.25 and 50 sets of 2.5 inch wheels. I'll show you the difference. These are the 2.25s. These are the wheels that most everybody has. These are the 2.5s. You see the difference? That is the wheel size itself. The hole is a lot bigger in the rubber. So if you like these, you can't. These are unobtainium. You can't get them no more. You can get them through John. They come wrapped in a packages like this. And you got to stretch your ass off to get on that wheel, but they'll get on there. Now, I stretched these wheels. Let's see. These are MPI. Shit, I still got 3 sets of them. Okay. I got 3 sets of these here still. But I stretched these over the big wheels. And let me tell you something, it was a sweat to get them over there. I stretched that little hole over the top of that, and it was tough. So I got, let's see, I got 7 sets of tires. That's the rest of my life. You know, I won't need them again. Now, there is a fix that I have heard of and haven't done it yet, that you, before you put this, oh well, let's go back into this. This is softer rubber than this. This is the next step up durometer reading than this rubber. So these are going to last longer than these. This is softer than this, but it's not overly hard. You know, it feels very close to the same, but this is the next step up in durometer. But there is a fix to make them even last longer, and that's to soak them in Z-epoxy and then wring them out, wring all the Z-epoxy out of it, and then stretch it on the tire and let it dry. And that's supposed to make them last considerably longer. So I got tires. I got lots of tires. Put them down here. I don't need them hanging. I gotta organize this shop. When we get back after the Nats, I'm gonna organize this shop, and Steve's gonna come over. We're gonna build him a Crossfire. But these banner wheels are super cool. Now, this was the thing to have in the 60s and 70s, these banner wheels. If you didn't have banners, you weren't the coolest. I can't remember where I bought these at some Model-Rama thing. Nobody knew what to do with them. I said, oh man, I'll take them. And now that I know what to do here, and I want to thank Dennis at Mission for this idea. However, I didn't use the same wheels, the same tires that he did. But this is Dennis's idea, Dennis at Mission. I want to thank him for that, because now you got a tire, you got a wheel that's usable. Them other wheels, shit, ounce a piece. They're ridiculous because of that tire. Let me see if we can find that rubber. It's solid rubber, and I mean rubber, not sponge rubber. No, I think they fell down the bottom of the trash too. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is the tire that came off of that, and I slid it, and if you look at it, it's hard rubber. It's hard rubber. And this tire weighs, it's ridiculously heavy. I don't know what it weighs, but it's heavy. Let's see, mode 24 grams. So this tire is almost an ounce by itself. Whereas if you swap to the foam, it weighs the same as the MPI light wheels, 2 grams heavier. Nothing to 2 grams. I mean, so I gained 4 grams for the cool factor. I can live with that. Where are we at? What are we doing here? Tom Luciano, the painter. I'll expect your airplane to be excellent, rubbed out. But them guys use car paint. Big difference. It's easier to make car paint shine than it is dope. Dope is all elbow grease. I got, matter of fact, you're watching this now. Let me show you what I got. See if it's the right stuff. I asked my Sherwin-Williams dealer about the blending agent too. He had no idea what you were talking about. This is the clear I think you were talking about. This can is 15 years old, still liquid. This is the hardener, 15 years old, still not hardened. And usually when you take this top off, there's an inner seal, and you break that seal, this thing will get hard as a rock. They have added something to the hardener so that you have to buy it each time you buy a quart or a gallon or whatever. But this is the old stuff, and it's still liquid. So I've used it, you know, I painted 3 Thunderbolts with this, so there's probably that much in it still. I only used maybe down an inch and whatever it takes of the hardener. It looks like I don't have a name for him. He just the pilot. If you guys remember, if you guys remember, I did the hairdo out of Superfill. I did it on the I did it on the web. I mean, them pilots look so, you know, one-dimensional that I put a mustache on them, built up the mustache, and did the hairdo. And I used the, oh, Al Ferraro, right, okay. Al Ferraro, right. Yeah, we'll have tires anyway at the Nats. Don't matter who you are. We'll have the tires. Anyway, I used Bob Hunt's Dawn Tripod pilot painting video to paint this pilot to look real. However, I'm not quite as good at painting pilots as Tommy Looper. Tell me that doesn't look like Errol Flynn. I mean, it's got the wrinkles in his face and everything. Tommy's the greatest. He did this in 2019 for me. We'll put him in something. And then he carved me a wood one, and Steve's wife is carving me another pilot. Could I do it? Possibly. You know, it's just real hard to sit down and do everything. There's not enough time in a day to do everything. If you guys only knew what I did, you know, what I got to do every day. I'm taking this month off before the Nats, though, basically for myself. I'm not videotaping all them flight sessions and all that crap because you got to drag all that shit out there, set it up, try to entertain you, and I can't do what I need to do. I'm very short on time. I got about 20 days to get my act together. I can still fly a decent pattern with the XL. I need to get this worked out that I can fly a decent pattern with this one. Because I want to take this one and my other one as matching set. Going by his eyes, he looks scared. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Either that or really intense. He's paying attention. What's going on? I could have done more detail. You know, I haven't seen Aviojet in a while. He really detailed the crap out of his cockpits and all that stuff. And that's what he liked to do. And that's fine. But that doesn't make the airplane fly any better. Matter of fact, it'd probably make it fly worse. Because all that shit has to weigh something. Because like my S6B Supermarine up there, I didn't even want to put a pilot in it because that's an ounce. You lose an ounce for a pilot. A pilot, a seat, a joystick, you know, whatever. But it's got a pilot in it. I put this black line on here since the canopy was done to accent the line at the canopy. It's all been cleared. It's all sealed. We're working on polishing that. And I did, you know, I've been sanding on it with this 3000, but I really need to get a couple of sheets of 5000 to bring up the shine. I was working on the back half today. I'm going to put another coat of clear over the stabilizer where I fixed that last night. Fixed that paint, and it came out perfect, you know. Turn this around. I didn't really like it. It showed some grain, you know, in the blue here, any of the dark, I mean, you can still see some grain, but not as bad as it was up there in the white. But in the dark colors, if you know anything about body work, a black car shows every little imperfection. Well, that blue paint might as well be black. I mean, this is a super dark color. But what I intended to do is sand this out, shoot one more coat, and there's a little bit of touch up of white to do on the leading edge on this side right here. And I'm not giving them any chance to go, hey, what are we going to do about that? Sounds like I need a few days trout fishing. Nah, I don't like that shit. I like what I do. I keep busy, doing this. Drives me crazy sometimes. At least, some of the older guys have passed on. I'm not getting called in the middle of the night. I can't get on the internet. Well, figure it out. A little sand and do there. Sand this real quick. We'll sand her up. Even John said tonight, I can't believe you didn't sand that primer. Well, what for? It was smooth. No need. Let's see how this comes up. Maybe no need for another coat of clear depending on how it comes up. I like the 5,000 better than the 3,000 though. This gives a little scratches. This side looks shiny, but it ain't rubbed out yet. It'll be real shiny. At least I got all the little buggers fixed on that, so. This has never been to the gnats. I want the first showing to be a good one. Hopefully it flies good. I mean, we get the motor straightened out. That's the most important thing. About the end of the season, this thing will be flying good. So the Aegis has to go through the same growing pains this is going through. I just don't have time to do both of them. The Aegis is a little lighter, but like I've said in the past, this has a soft place in my heart. This particular airplane, this style of airplane. Okay, you see the difference in the shine? This one has been boned out. It's flat. This one has just been shot clear. So now we'll spin it up and see what it looks like. Yeah, let me get a drink of water. We would have to get some more and put in the ice box. Yeah, we'll do grape. I don't like grape, but whatever. It looks like I've almost been on an hour already. Yeah, 50 minutes. Talking about nothing. Talking about nothing. I got a big car buffer around here somewhere. I don't know where I put it. It's around here somewhere. It would take this airplane and this is a Snap-on body and fender buffing tool, specifically designed for buffing. It's not an electric drill. I don't see a part number. I see it's polisher sander model CTPP861GM. Pretty expensive. But when you're mechanicking and you're getting this shit off the truck, you can justify it. If I had to go out and buy it without having a Snap-on account, I wouldn't. Let's see how it looks. Gonna have to go again. I guess I can pull out my secret weapon. I haven't pulled that out yet, but we'll pull it out right now. I'll show you what that is. That'll flatten it out real good. I'm teaching you guys all my secrets. This is Fastline 4/0 stainless steel wool. And watch what it does. Hopefully the paint is not too wet. I'll have to watch it close. Now it looks pretty shiny, but we're going to take the steel wool. Oh yeah, that works real good. Need to do this to the whole airplane. Secrets. How to polish. Secrets. Make sure you get stainless steel wool. Don't get regular steel wool or else you'll have rusty spots all over your airplane. And be careful because it will cut right down to the balsa wood. Okay, you see the clear come off? That'll be $10. Teaching this shit. Let's see if it comes up some more. Wendy did a real nice drawing of how paint works. What makes a shiny paint job? The hills and valleys, you got to have them all level. It's got to all be flat. Like I can still see. I'm not going to do it because I don't want. There's not much paint on this. Harbor Freight has one. What, John? Oh. Yeah, Harbor Freight has a little polisher type thing. John's got one. Like I say, if I didn't have a Snap-on account at the time, I wouldn't have spent what I paid for this. I got 3 batteries, a charger, and a whole bunch of wheels. It was 500 something. We're going out again tomorrow flying. You could do the same thing with a drill, more than likely. I mean, it's not going to spin as fast. Because this thing, I'm not even going to do it because I'm afraid to hold this thing on to see what it'll do. It will explode. It goes so fast. I don't know what you'd use that for. I've got it in first gear, quarter throttle right there, and that's plenty. You can stand the noise. I've seen guys use an air drill, Yeah, air grill. You can listen to that. Slinging the crap all over the place. Well, let's see if we got shiny. Thank you, Terry. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Still needs more. I think I'm going to have to wait. I mean, it's getting shiny, but it's not getting real flat. I want that deep shine, you know. Now I got elbow grease for sale. Cost about $1,000 an ounce. Yeah, it's gonna need some more sanding. But I'm gonna wait. I'll wait a day or so. I mean, it's good enough. It's good enough for a contest, but it's not good enough for what I want. You know, I want that. I want it to look like urethane without it being urethane. Like my Monado did. But even at that, lacquer has a different look than urethane when it's polished. Unless you use a gallon of dope. Kenny Stevens, I don't know how many guys have seen his airplanes. It has a gallon of dope on it, but it looks really deep. That's from many coats of dope. This airplane has 1/2 quart on the top, and that's it. And you're just not going to get it without material on it. But it don't look bad. Matter of fact, the flaps are coming up good here. You notice I don't have a whole lot of compound on this. You don't need a whole lot. I'm watching it. It's still, the compound is on there. It's lubricating it. you're doing with compound is slinging it everywhere. Them came out nice. Just gonna take time. Now that I've decided I'm gonna fly this, we'll concentrate on getting this thing straightened out. I think I am gonna paint that red stripe back here because that one has it. I didn't realize it when I painted it the first time that it's supposed to have a stripe on it there. Let's see, Terry Mitchell. Yes, they fly better because they're lighter. But it takes 3 times the work, maybe 4 times the work to get it to look like this as a polyurethane airplane. Polyurethane airplane, if I wanted to turn this into a piece of plastic, I'd chuck it up in my paint stand, mix up a half a quart of, enough for 1 coat polyurethane, spray it on, and the minute that I could touch it, I would block sand it and polish it 1 time, and it'd be done. And it would hide it hides a multitude of errors. It levels things out, that you didn't sand to begin with. A dope airplane the woodwork has to be perfect. A urethane airplane has to be so-so, because that urethane will level out like these pock marks that I had up here that I repainted this. If I'd have shot urethane on it, I wouldn't have to do any of that. Just shoot polyurethane on it, block sand it, and polish it. And where the urethane really shines is you block sand it and shoot another coat on it, and then polish it. Just like you would do on a car. But man, would that be heavy. So I think I'll just stick with my 1 quart of dope finishing method. It is what it is. You get what you get. They look presentable as is. I think tomorrow night we'll tackle the bottom. Start working on the squares, because there's a few squares that need it. Get my snappy towel here. I could even start working on them tonight. Oh, that's my chingadera there. I know there's a white one on the flap right here I need to work on, and got some black that need to be touched up. Like I say, I'm not going for that. Ooh, what are you gonna do about this? See, there's some black there. Need a little white touch up there. You guys only knew how many hours I'll spend rubbing this thing out. Maybe 100 hours rubbing. And we need some more ultimate there on that. Oh, Jim Lynch is the one who got me doing the bottoms like this. Because I always cheated and left the bottom a little light. You make your airplane a couple ounces lighter if you don't put as much paint on the bottom. You guys still with me? Let's see what it looks like. Gotta fix that stabilizer. Couple spots on there. I figure if I spend 2 weeks detailing this thing, I don't know how them judges can find any mistakes in 5 minutes. The spot there needs a little black paint. We'll get it figured out. And I will spend 2 weeks finding all the mistakes, all the screw-ups. Looks better already. It's kind of hard to tell, but you gotta trust me, it's a lot shinier. This area right here is a lot shinier than that side. I had started rubbing this before Brodax, but never got around to finishing it. We'll get it. Well, you guys tired of watching me do this? Well, if you get, let's see what that says. If you get bored at the nut, yeah. Well, let me tell you a secret. When I first did the other one, I taped all these checkerboards up. This one was done with my slime plotter. Makes it a whole lot easier. When you tape these out by hand, you have to tape them twice. When you do it in a sign plotter, it takes 30 minutes. Stick the sticker on, shoot it, peel the sticker off. That sign plotter has been saved me so much time, it's ridiculous. Just a matter of doing it. Let's see, we got Vanessa. We want to use Ultimate. Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is, hiding. I'll do the first polish and then I'll go back over and fix, airbrush the mistakes. If I was going to re-clear this wing, I'd just take an ink dot and dot right there and dot right there and then spray it. I'm not gonna do that. So I'll tape this square off, paint this square, clear this square, find wherever, go over these and do them that way. And I got to do that trailing edge on the stabilizer back there, or leading edge on the stab back there, where it looks dirty, but I don't know what happened there. It's not dirt, it's where the paint bled or whatever. I'm still gonna work on my other one too. I gotta touch the paint up for classic. This ain't no bad Chad paint job, I can tell you that right now. Sand it with 80 and shoot the paint on it. I quit watching him because it made me cringe. The kind of backyard stuff he used to do. How long do you think the crossbar build will take? Now, Steve's only going to work on it 2 nights a week. So let's say that's 4 hours a week into 125 days. Or no, it'll take some time. I'll knock mine out a whole lot faster than his. The days don't matter. It's how much work you put in that day. You put an hour a day in, it'll take you forever. If I work an hour a day, I can build an airplane in about 2 months. I can. So that's 60 hours. You can frame it up. It takes that long to finish it, so if you work 8 hours a day, do it in a month. If you work 20 hours a day, you can do it in 11 days. Like I did for the Aries. Remember, guys, we're coming up on the end of the month. I know that it's tough, but if you guys can throw a super chat our way, that'll close out the month good for the channel. If not, I understand. Everything's been down, ever since this economy took a dump. I got a rub right there again. For some reason, it ain't getting out. What's the deal here? I guess I can run till 9 o'clock on this screen. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so we'll eat at 9. Got to get to bed by 10 so I can get up 6. Go out flying tomorrow. I gotta finish trimming it. Can be shiny all at once, but if it don't fly, it ain't no good. It's a wall banger. The airplane flies okay, just has a crappy motor run. And I don't believe it's the engine's fault. I think it's the tank's fault. Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting some shine up on it. I'll take a couple more licks on it, probably. So I gotta touch that square up, that square up, that square up. This square. So we got a few. We got the few. What do you think? Is it getting better? It's hard to tell with all them squares on it. Kind of blow your mind watching them squares. I already built three crossfires on this channel. Go back and look for them. I wish I would have indexed my videos better when I was making them. I need some kid to go through them and write a description, index them so they're easier to find. And we're coming up now. And barely see my face in it. Just now starting to come up. Whew, gotta take a break. Be a lot of rubbing. Getting shiny though. Oh, I have a little owie there where I bumped it. Just now noticed that it looks like I got a little hole right there in the tip. I'll show you how to fix that. Right there, oh, right there, there's a little tiny hole where it looks like I bumped it on something and poked a hole in it. So, in order to fix that, we will do this. Still working on my original clear. Don't get excited. Let's see, I don't want to use a good brush. These are these are Chinese. This is a one-stroke Germany. No, we're not going to use that. This is too big. These Chinese here. This is a Mac. Don't want to use that one. Here's a China one. So I've taken cheap Chinese brush. This is not a. I got some really good high dollar sign painters brushes. I don't want to use them on this. Oh shoot. Come back here. So you couldn't do this with car paint. This might be too thin. Okay, we'll let that dry. We'll do about 3-4 coats on that and then sand it. And when I touch up the black, it'll disappear. I just hope I don't find any more of them poker doodles on there. Don't want to repair any more pokers. I got some unthinned. I may put a coat of unthinned on it. We'll see how it sticks. The art of repair. I wonder how that got poked. Could have bumped it on anything though. Let me check the top, make sure it's not poked somewhere. At least it's on the bottom. No pokes there, no pokes on the other side. That's a good. Yeah, I would say that just, I bumped it into something and getting in and out of the car or whatever. Pretty damn easy to do. We got 21 minutes left to go. I'm just wiping the spittle all over the, I slung all that crap all over the thing. Slung all the boogies all over it. about got it. That about did it. I'll use this on it. So do you guys see what I did with the silk span? Ain't no big deal. Tore a piece, just a little piece. Doped it on with super thin dope. We'll do 3-4 coats, and I'll sand it. And when I might just shoot a little sputs of primer on it because primer fills so fast. And tape off that black square and shoot that. Instant repair. There we go. Pretty warm up here. It might be dry already. Wash my hands before dinner. Been working on this thing all damn day to get it ready to go. The tank, the wheels, the paint. I flew till about from 7 to about 2:30. By myself. I like it. I liked it a whole lot better. When I go out with everybody else, I gotta wait and I can just do one flight after another. Go up, tweak the needle valve up, tweak the needle valve up, change this, change that. Goes a whole lot faster that way. And if I can get this thing close tomorrow, which I think is going to be good, I'll start going out every morning by myself, flight after flight. See if I can't make it again. If you think that making the top 20 is easy, you're sadly mistaken. Them boys are really good. Really good. Let's see. Oh, yeah, same thing. Come on, guys, ask me a question. We got a few minutes left here, 15 minutes left. I don't know what to talk about if you guys don't participate. I will tell you this, when you crash an airplane or you break something, don't get excited. It's not that big a deal. Just an oh shit or oh damn and move on. What are you going to do? Put the lines on the next airplane and try it again. That's all you can do. I saw a crash today, and that's what made me say that. And I won't tell you who did what, but just like the person at the Nats who crashed their airplane, threw the handle down and walked off. You just got to relax and go, shit happens. These airplanes are bound to hit the ground. And one year when my Thunderbolt number 2 hit the ground out there in Booter and flying with Ted Winterman, I had Thunderbolt 2 and Thunderbolt 3 out there, and it rolled in on me, and bam, it went into a million pieces. And Ted said, I picked it up and made sure the motor turned okay. Ted says, what are you going to do? Well, I'm going to take the lines off this one and put it on the next one. And I flew Thunderbolt number 3 at the Nats. That was the first year it was on the front row. I really like Thunderbolt number 2. That's number 2 up there in that picture. Well, you can't see it. That's number 2 in that picture. Number 3 had a yellow nose. That one has a red nose. Let's see. What does the weight of your carbon prop compare to a wood prop or something like APC? It's ridiculous. That's what it is. That prop there is almost 2 ounces. And a rev up prop is 3/4 of an ounce. So there's 1 1/4 ounce difference. That's why this thing went from, well, it was at 58, almost 59 ounces. And you put that prop on there with a clunk tank and the banner wheels. That's why I'm at 62 now. It's just not what I want to use, but that's what I have to use. Now, Adamushko supposedly sent me some props, but I didn't get them. So I might have to get a hold of Joe and see. I'm not so sure that a 14-inch propeller will work on a 75. I think it needs to be 15-inch. Instead of a 16.45, I wish I had 15.5, but I don't have one. I don't know what APCs weigh. They're plastic. They're probably a little heavier than a wood, not as heavy as that. That prop is a big mama. It pulls so hard, if you turn the nose up and let it go, it'll go out of sight. It's in a heartbeat. Well, got a little starved horse looking that thing. I didn't think I did, but I do. I see it wobbling. This side too. Just short of foam leading edge. There's no way around it. I have not tried any Falcon props. I either run rev ups, Bollies, or the ones I make. I'm going to have to make a propeller for this. But I don't have the time right now to start prop development for this. Gotta go with what I know works. I know the 3-blade is way too much prop for this thing. It jerks it around like crazy. Remember, you don't use the needle valve to adjust your airspeed. Not within, 400 or 500 RPM. You use pitch and diameter of the propeller to pull the airplane faster or slower. Because a 14.6 at the same RPM that this is spinning without touching the needle valve will pull this probably 100 miles an hour. I flew it for 4 ounces at 4.2 second lap speed, I think it was. You have to do the math and figure out what that is, but she's moving right along, at least 80. It ain't like I can shut it off either, so I gotta ride it out. All right, look for the, I guess I'm going to go. Oh, getting tired. I got to eat and go to sleep so I can get up. Look for another flight report tomorrow night. And hopefully all goes well. Flight report and continue to rub. That's what's going to happen tomorrow. That's what will happen every day until the Nats, I think. I got lots of projects over there to work on. The Magnum, the Crossfire, my next PA airplane. I got a Argus to finish. There's enough work here for entertainment for the next year. But I've been dealing with you guys now since 2014, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3. For the last nine years, this year I'm going to work on my stuff before the Nats. So I'm taking a break, and I'm not going to film it until I get to the Nats. Then I'll film the Nats. We don't have good reception. Out at Booter anyway. It was pretty pixelated when I saw the streaming, and I'm damn sure not going to edit videos. So, like, subscribe, share. Think about some material you want me to cover tomorrow. Bleep bloop it down in the chat box. I see all the comments after the video and respond to some. I can't respond to all of them because there's 2,500 videos that I get responses on. So I don't know. One-man band. It's hard to be a one-man band. That's all I can say. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.